Next on the topic, we're gonna talk about Young Thug.
They don't freeze slime, man. They don't freeze slime, dog.
He freed this man, but they gave this man 15 years of probation. How you
15
feel about that?
years.
Think it's a setup?
Dude, 15 years of probation is a long time. Just think about it. They gave Meek 10 years of probation. That's the first time I ever heard of somebody, with Meek's case was the first time I ever heard of somebody having that long of probation. Not saying, I know a million people on probation, but that's the first time I ever publicly heard somebody, let alone an artist, say that they had 10 years of probation. Now, Meek done went back to jail several times.
Exactly.
Over,
over that
dirt
time
bikes, frame. All kind of stuff, just for, it being that long. Like 10 years is a long time. So I can only imagine what 15 years might do.
And you also think about it, you have two artists that in the public eye, they're not like normal people. They're not like me and you. These are people that we listen to their music, we see their lifestyles. And again, truthfully, how I feel, I think it's a setup. Because like Meek, how many times he went in and out of jail within that time frame when he got out. And now they done hit this man with 15 on his head. It's like the slightest thing he do wrong,
they sending him back.
They sending him back.
I think with Thug's case, because Meek's was different, they wanted Meek to stay in Philly.
Yeah.
Thug, they want him out of Atlanta. They want him out of that whole area.
Yep.
So it would be a better thing for Thug to be away from that area, away from everybody he grew up with, all the people that, quote unquote, got him into trouble that he is in right now. That's one
friends,
of the, so to speak. People wearing wires. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah, man, that's the one thing that's on the upside with Thug is he can't really be in that area unless it's like medical emergencies and stuff like that with his family.
But you also gotta ask yourself, how do you adjust to that?
That is a crazy adjustment.
How
to not be around everybody that you
grew up with.
Yeah.
And then you also gotta now look at your surroundings of who can you really trust and who you can't.
That's facts.
So me personally, I would just say, yeah, it might be a hard transition, but I would just move myself away from that situation.
He might gotta pull an NBA young boy, man. Go live out in the mountains.
He might have to do something. Go sit for somewhere.
Yeah, go chill out somewhere.
And just continue to work on his craft. And when it's all said and done, he come back with banger after banger after banger.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to not really want to be out because he's been, he ain't been in crazy long. Luckily enough, he wasn't in that long. So he really ain't missed the limelight or anything going on. But me, quite honestly, if I was him, yeah, man, I'd take me and my girl, he with Mariah the Scientist. I would just, me and my girl, the fam that I can take with me, kids or whatever, and just be gone, man. He got more than enough money to go move somewhere else that's nice, secluded. I ain't say that he got to live secluded, just,
move yourself away from
just don't go out, don't go out to the club. Don't go out to the after party. If you gotta do a show, you gotta do a show. Leave. You feel me? Because there were some artists that move like that. The artists that you never really hear of getting into anything crazy was the artists that literally did their job, went home, and just kept it moving. Stay out of the extra stuff because that's all the industry really is. They say, they will give you the tools to destroy yourself. And that's the double-edged sword part of fame.
They said you sell your soul to the devil.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what literally they mean by
fame is.
Yep, you sell your soul to the devil.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it goes back to, I always bring X up. X, one of my all-time greats. And I always bring him up in his song called Damien. He literally breaks it down to where he's telling you what's going on. It's like you went from this to this, but you didn't do this without me. So now that you did this, what are you going to do for it? What else you gonna do? Because remember, quote unquote, I made you the person that you are. I gave you the money. I gave you the cars. I gave you the house. I gave you the girls, this and that, so on and so forth. So now what you gonna do for me?
Yeah.
Know what I mean? So it's crazy.
Yeah, it's a tricky thing, man. It's a tricky thing.
Very tricky. Very tricky.